from this experience, I know, like what you had mentioned earlier, we had gone through SARS and 9/11 and all that, but this is obviously quite unprecedented in how
Right.
the impact has been. So from your point of view, or even Harman's management point of view, what are some of the key lessons we should take away from this as an AV industry or being in the AV field? What are some key lessons that we should take away?
So look, for me, I think there have been a few parts, right? One is really strong partners, right? One of the things that has been very, very good for us has been our strength of our partners who are able to kind of go and work with the changing needs of the market, right? And where I'm extremely proud of is our partners. We've been very close in collaboration in talking to the partners. The second side for us has been very strong ongoing communications, right? So whether it be my team, whether it be our partner bases, we have had more communication in making sure there is openness of what needs to happen and how we basically take these transformational time into making real transformation, right? So that has been very important. The third part for us has been sticking to a plan, right? And I think as you've basically seen with our product roadmap that I've just spoken about, we have basically stuck to our plan because we said, look, we're going to come out of this. And when we come out of this, we want to be bigger and stronger. So, personally, from my side, it's really been an element of positivity, right? I mean, a big side I always talk about is positivity is a force multiplier, right? So, instead of looking at things that are like not working well, as we've basically gone and said, how do we look at areas that we can go penetrate? What can we go do? That has worked out extremely well. I mean, our numbers on some of the sides of the businesses have been pretty encouraging in terms of what we are doing. And we are actually seeing some growth in some markets, right, during this time by basically doing some of the transformational work. So I feel good about it overall, Thomas. And I think lastly, I think from a management standpoint, I think a lot of the industry, when Samsung bought us, there were more questions than I remember sitting with you yourself, right? The entire thing was focused on Samsung, and I have to be very truthful. It's been extremely positive for us. We've got a parent who is very, very strong through this entire aspect of the business. They've got a portfolio that's been very strong. And that's been very, very clear support to us as Harman. And, Harman is strong all by itself as well. And, Pro has been strong. So when you look at all these three things come together, I feel, some of the basic discipline that we inculcated in the last few years has paid off well. I would also add from a manufacturing standpoint, a lot of changes we did, last 2-3 years have been to our advantage because we actually had to go, relook at the supply chain of what we had to do. And that gave us a very, very good balancing between Asia, US, Europe, also basically considering some of these, geopolitical movements that are taking place.
As a final question, 2021, what are your thoughts? Hearing what you're saying, I think it should be positive for you guys. But anyway, what are your thoughts with 2021?
Look, so first of all, I really hope the world becomes a safer place, right? I think that's where, we want this stuff to be. As we look at our lines of businesses, as we look at our retail portfolio, our installation portfolio, and when I say this, that includes our audio, video, lighting lines that also go into these portfolios. Our distribution portfolio, I feel they are strong. They're going to basically continue going strong into 2021, right? Where we really see at this point in time, and I think that's a big question for the entire industry, is the entertainment portfolio. In terms of where the entertainment portfolio with, especially with shows and different kind of stuff. And I think as we spoke about very initially, we want to participate in those. We want to be also on these entertainment events given the product. So, that I think at this stage is a bit of a, I would say I'm cautiously optimistic is the best word I can say, because just as a person, I'm an optimist. when I look at these, and we've clearly started new models, new things beginning to emerge out during this point in time. But overall, I would say, we've got a positive mindset, and I think given the tailwind we have with the new products that are really being built out, and we've got a pretty large roadmap also going to 2021, 2022, that we feel that will be in a very, very good spot to go start conquering this. So, in summary, can I predict where COVID and where it's going to go? I can't. But what I can tell you is I really hope a vaccine comes out quick, and we can go have a big party and basically start taking our KBL boxes and our lights out and have a big party, and you're invited.
Thank you so much. I'm sure everyone is waiting for that day to happen where we can really go out and enjoy and celebrate it, right? Yes. Thank you very much, Ramesh. Is there anything else you'd like to add, or?
No, listen, look, I think to the entire AV industry, I just want to say, I know it's a very tough time. It's a time that's been there, and Harman has tried to do a lot working with the designers, with the consultants. They've been integral part of our webinars and other things. So I appreciate the support and, our co-working through this point in time. So, I appreciate this camaraderie that sat within the industry, and also with the various segments of system integrators, entertainment companies, and others. And, when I look at this time, it's actually brought people closer together. And, I see that as a very strong sign of, for Harman and for our partners and our relationships that sit there. So I just want to say thank you to everyone, and that you are in our thoughts and prayers.
Nice.